We woke up to the news that a convicted Khalistani terrorist had been invited to the Canadian High Commissioner's dinner for Justin Trudeau in Delhi this evening.
Yes to Omar Khadr. Yes to somebody running a minister's Twitter account, $100,000. Yes to his pals when they want to take a vacation in the Caribbean.
You have ISIL or ISIS members coming into a reintegration program.
I had a good day that day. I don't remember any negative interactions that day at all.
We like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind.
Yeah.
More inclusive.
There we go.
Where do we even begin? Upon coming into office, Justin Trudeau promised to create a culture of real change, one different from the ethics violations, $90,000 checks, and spending scandals of the previous Harper government. And yet here we are, starting 2019, with a list of Liberal scandals outnumbering anything the Harper government could have ever imagined. To start, Trudeau's cabinet has proven to be one of the most corrupt and arrogant cabinets in recent history. And to date, none of Trudeau's ministers have been forced to resign. Not Harjit Sajjan, who lied, twice on record, about being the architect of a military operation in Afghanistan. Not Miriam Monsef, who ran a failed public consultation on electoral reform and lied about her country of birth. Not Bill Morneau, who failed to disclose an expensive chateau in France, was found guilty and fined a measly $200. Not Scott Bryson, who intervened to kill a shipbuilding contract signed by the Harper government. And what about Justin Trudeau, who was found guilty of violating ethics rules with the Aga Khan, paying a convicted terrorist $10 million in taxpayer dollars, inviting a terrorist to a party in India, and groping a female reporter? Or what about his Liberal government authorizing Stats Canada to steal our banking information without our consent? The CBC and reporters working for Postmedia and Unifor sure don't care about any of it. They sure don't care as much about Trudeau's endless scandals as much as they cared about Bev Oda's orange juice or Mike Duffy's $90,000 reimbursement check. The media seems to have given Darshan Kang and Kent Hare a free pass following allegations of sexual misconduct. Had they been conservatives, like Tony Clement, we would have never heard the end of it until they were forced to resign or until they were completely kicked out of their caucus.
I had a good day that day. I don't remember any negative interactions that day at all.
I don't remember any negative interactions that day at all.
If all of these allegations, mishaps, scandals, and acts of impropriety weren't enough, Canadians are paying more for everything and getting less in return. This is the never-ending Trudeau Nightmare. Since we have your ears and eyes, please take less than a minute to subscribe to this channel and get notifications every time we upload a new video. Like us on Facebook while you're at it. Your support helps to keep these videos coming. When Trudeau beat Stephen Harper, he promised real change. He conflated and confused hijabs and burqas, and he promised sunny ways and tax cuts for the middle class. Many Canadians knew what they were in for, but they didn't know it was going to be far worse than what they were expecting. Almost 4 years into a Trudeau government, Canada is selling its oil at discounted global prices while we import Saudi and American oil. The middle class is paying almost 25% more in taxes and 10% more in payroll deductions like employment insurance and pension. A carbon tax is being imposed on provinces that elected governments who ran against those carbon taxes. For months, Catherine McKenna hid the true cost of Trudeau's new carbon tax scheme, eventually revealing a future of perpetual increases in the carbon price.
This is a tax plan. The Liberal carbon tax is just about raising revenues for government. We know that Canadians will fall further behind because of it, and we know it won't have an impact on emissions because the country's largest emitters have gotten a special deal.
Some of these things are not what Canadians voted for, because they were never things that were in the Liberal Party's election platform. Ever since Canada's oil sector started to boom in the early 2000s, foreign-funded special interests like the Tides Foundation, Lead Now, and Forest Ethics have been trying to accomplish what Justin Trudeau has accomplished in just under 4 years: the near-complete destruction of Canada's energy industry.
So Justin Trudeau is the kingpin of the Ostrich Brigade.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Handsome fellow.
So he basically, his dad instituted as part of our Canadian ethos multiculturalism. And multiculturalism means two different things. Multiculturalism, when it's used in everyday language, means many cultures, right? LA is multicultural, meaning it's pluralistic. But multiculturalism as a political philosophy is actually a very dangerous idea, right? It basically says that when immigrants come into your land, they don't have to assimilate within your cultural values. Rather, you allow everybody to get ghettoized, because who are we to judge the values of another?
And this is what Justin Trudeau calls sunny ways. Now, with Conservatives divided and an NDP leader with the leadership skills of a monkey in a skirt and fedora, Canadians may be faced with 4 more destructive years of Justin Trudeau, or, worse yet, a whole decade of this. It's not like the NDP and Liberals are any different, but some diversity on the partisan left may help break up Trudeau's monopoly on idiocy and make way for a more common-sense approach to economics. As of now, Canada's energy sector is being literally destroyed. The middle class is paying more for everything, and division and identity politics are at the worst they've ever been. This Prime Minister and his grotesque puppet master, Gerald Butts, are destroying the prosperous, free, and united Canada we once knew. It's time to fight back and to be loud and vote. If we don't end this nightmare soon, we won't have anything left to wake up to.